Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Here we are in week 19, just 1 week away from Baby Clamp's gender reveal. It's so exciting, I can hardly wait, but I am trying to distract myself. This week, I'm going to tell you all about the pregnancy tracking app I use and why I love it. But first, let's get our disclaimers and advertisements out of the way. I'd like to remind you that nothing I say here in my videos is meant to be medical advice. I encourage you to consult with your care team before making medical decisions for you. I also encourage you to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a pregnancy update, product review, or whatever other kind of content I cook up. If you love these videos or know an expecting mama who might need this information, please give it a share. You can also find me on Instagram at Lauren P. Clamp or on my Substack Shwet. I have tons of wellness, pregnancy, fine art, and lifestyle content on both of those platforms, which I am linking in the description so you can easily find me. Now, on to the video. So, pregnancy tracking apps. There are tons out there and tons of opinions on them. I can't say that I did any searching for the right one for me, so I can only speak to the one I have used from the very beginning. What is it? It's called Natural Cycles. Let's get into what it is and why it's been my go-to. In case you haven't heard of Natural Cycles before, it is actually a cycle tracking app, like as in tracking your period, ovulation, all that stuff. I've actually been using it since 2021, so 4 whole years. I started on it when I stopped taking hormonal birth control. I'd been on hormonal birth control for 10 years, between the ages of 19 and 29. I knew I didn't want to take it forever because I had long been aware of its risks. Plus, I knew that the risks become greater the older you are. As I approached 30, I knew it was time to say goodbye. I was with my husband at that point, although we were not yet married, but I talked with him about going off the pill, and he was very understanding and supportive. We weren't ready to get pregnant yet, though, so I wanted to track my cycle and do what they call natural family planning. That's where Natural Cycles comes in. I initially heard about it from an Ayurvedic practitioner I used to follow on Instagram, and it sounded legit. At the time, it was the only FDA-approved tracking app, and it used basal body temperature to make its predictions. When I signed up, it came with a thermometer to take your temperature in the morning. You're supposed to do it first thing before you get out of bed at all. I dutifully took my temperature moments after opening my eyes each morning for years until they integrated with Apple. Now, my Apple Watch takes my temperature at the same time every morning, and it also works if you have an Oura Ring. Much easier to manage and more accurate. So, I'd been doing this natural family planning via Natural Cycles, and it was working great for me. This kind of cycle tracking app is for you if you have regular periods. When I got off hormonal birth control after 10 years, I wasn't sure if I would have regular periods, but I gambled and won this time. My period regulated itself immediately, and the basal temperature method has worked for me. When you set this app up, you can tell it to help you avoid pregnancy, but you can also use it to try to conceive. When my husband and I were ready to grow our family, I simply switched the app over to trying to get pregnant. After I did that, my ovulation window was displayed as a green day instead of a red day, if you know what I mean. Apparently, your basal body temperature ticks up when you ovulate, so the app takes the temperature data plus the days you've reported to be on your period to estimate this window. In my experience of both trying not to get pregnant and then trying to get pregnant, it's very accurate. Once I confirmed my pregnancy, I let the app know and it shifted into its pregnancy mode. It predicted my due date, which is only 1 day off from the one my OB predicted, and it tells me what to expect each week. It gives me a weekly summary of how the baby is developing and what size and weight he or she probably is. It does a lot of produce comparisons for size, which is fun. Week 19 says baby is as big as a banana. It also tells me what to expect in my own body each week. It estimates my weight gain and predicts symptoms. It even offers remedies for common symptoms like morning sickness and gives you things to look out for, like changes in blood pressure or the way your increasing hormones might affect you. It's been helpful in understanding what to expect. The past couple of weeks, it told me I might feel baby moving and that it could feel more like something digestive. Now that I know this, I have been able to notice baby. I might have dismissed him or her as a grumbly tummy if the app hadn't told me what to be aware of. Very cool and helpful. I can track symptoms if I want to, and it shows me a countdown to baby as well as what trimester I'm in. One of my favorite features of this app is that you can share it with a partner. Since trying to conceive and then becoming pregnant, I have shared the app with my husband so he can also read about me, the baby, and before when was the right time to conceive. You can share it in the avoiding pregnancy mode too, which I think is awesome because it is a team effort, you know? Anyway, I do like Natural Cycles a lot, and I will link it in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. Do let me know what apps you love for this. I'm always curious to learn about other options, and I just like to hear from y'all. I'll talk to you in the comments or the next video. The next one is the big one. See you then.